Hello everybody, this is LEGO 2014 or Electric Productions, and today I'm doing a review on the Movie Masters multi-pack from The Dark Knight. And this is a Toys R Us exclusive, as you can see here. And yeah, I got this for about $20, which is actually sort of surprising considering the rise in the price for these. But yeah, it's new besides the whole part that fell down, which is supposed to be here. But yeah, this looks like a pretty awesome set. You can see there's Batman right there, and the figures don't seem to come with any accessories or anything. And at the top there's just the logo, and same on the side right there, and then the Batman art just continues from the front. And then on the back here we've got Joker and Batman, and the only other Movie Masters multi-pack they made, Batman in his Begins suit versus the Scarecrow. And there's a little bit of close-up on the text right there, you can read that if you'd like. Then here's the promotion pictures for it. So Batman basically looks the same, since besides the paint, I guess like this paint is nicer on the promotion picture, but the Joker, there's quite a difference, I'd say. And then it just lets you know it's Batman versus the Joker. And that's basically it for the packaging. There's not really anything else going on. It's really nice purple type thing, or I guess that's because of the Joker. And yeah, that's it for the box. Alright, here they are out of the package, and they are pretty awesome figures, just having them in hand. The Joker's trench coat is actually slightly different than I thought. I'd just point that out. I thought it was solid plastic, but it actually is a flexible plastic, which makes it a lot better in my opinion. And just a quick thing, if anybody's wondering what the box looked like with the logo, that's what it looks like. It looks pretty awesome. I fixed it. And just a quick note about the box, the top piece, that piece right here, like when that flap goes in, it's sort of like really weird, like it'll bend when you open it, sort of. I guess it's sort of like the Marvel Legends Infinite series ones, but even more fragile, so just be careful. Like, I would probably only just leave that open, like don't reclose it in case you're ever gonna, that is if you're keeping the box. But yeah, I just thought I'd point that out. Now start off on detailing, so start off with Batman. Here's Batman, actually focused way better than I thought it would. But yeah, there's his mask right there. You can see his eyes are pretty well done. They've even got sculpted the little creases underneath, I guess, like because the mask has some creases in there, and then below his eyes. And here you can see the two top part of his cowl, those two ears. And the only problem I have with that is in the package he's sort of like, see, if I'll just put my hand here so you can see that, because it's sort of black in the back so you can't mixes in. But in the package they're sort of like pushed in like that, so they were basically, I guess this was packaged in, I don't know, 2008, so I just got it now, so like it was in the package the whole time, so it sort of got warped, but I don't think it looks too bad, it just looks sort of funny. Anyways, that's just worth noting. Then the sculpting looks really nice, gives it nice shading when it's in light, just like it should, and the paint is proper, like as it should be for the helmet. Then there's some more details going on back there, and then there's some bat symbol here, even more details, sort of like a cloth underneath in between the armor pieces. Then this part right here, under on the ball joint of the shoulder, there's like a really cool textured material, and it goes around here. And then there's some armor pieces here, they look really really good. And the utility belt in a nice gold, doesn't look very nice on camera, but it in real well, up close in person, I mean, it's pretty nice. And it actually is movable, I didn't know that. I don't know if you can remove it, but it is sort of movable, if that helps. Like, I don't know why you would want to move it. But there's the texture continues with more and more smaller details. Just a really nice figure. And the cape is pretty cool. The only problem is that I wish it was cloth, since it's sort of just like draped down in one position. There is what the cape looks like, sort of. Yeah, you can see here. It doesn't actually, in the movie, I believe like it always drapes over him, so I would have preferred, I wouldn't prefer if they like went like that, like, because that would look a little bit cartoonish since it's only like that when it's flying. but maybe like if they made it more over the shoulders. Well, I don't think it goes over the shoulders actually, so I don't. Probably best solution would be just to make it a cloth cape, because there's really no way that you can fix that otherwise. So yeah, cloth cape would have been best, but good quality cloth, and it would have to drape down a little bit below, because then that would work best. Maybe with a wire in it. I guess that would be probably asking too much, but I might put a cloth cape in. Yeah, so that's Batman. And the Joker. Okay, so here's the Joker, and you can see right there, we've got some nice coloring on his hair, sort of highlights to give it some depth rather than just having a solid green color. And then you can see the attempted, I say attempted because I don't like it, sort of makeup there, or yeah, like the black parts of his eyes. I don't really like how they did that. In the film it's much different, so I'm probably going to change that, might do a video on that. And then the mouth is pretty nice, doesn't look too bad. And it doesn't show on camera, but there's actually like some shading, like you could see a bit of skin tone and it's sort of dirty, the white part. I'm going to see if that'll show. If you look closely you might be able to see that. But yeah, I don't think it's going to show. So then you can see his shirt under there, his tie, creases in the green vest underneath. Really wish they made this jacket removable, since the other Joker with the vest is really hard to find. That would have helped this set. And here we've got the striped pants, and there's a chain here. I don't remember the chain, but I'm assuming it's accurate. And then his shoes. Don't remember what those look like either. And there's some nice creases here. And the lines actually bend with the creases, like the pattern on the lines, so that's nice. And then the jacket looks pretty nice. Like I said, it's flexible plastic, which really helps, so that's cool. And then up here it's sort of smooth, which ruins the realistic effect a little bit, but that's fine. And yeah, that's basically it for the Joker. Now, one other thing actually I want to mention about the Joker is that he doesn't come with any accessories. Like for Batman, this is sort of okay. Still kind of sucks, but like he doesn't really need accessories, but the Joker sort of needs something. Like you need to give him a gun or something. And in his basic figure, he comes with a knife. Here he does not, so this sort of actually, that sort of ruins the pack. But what I did was, if you collect Hobbit figures, I do. So I got the sword from Bilbo. I actually have 2 of them, so it works. So it doesn't look too bad. Like, I know that you could always sand this off if you have enough swords. I don't, so like I'm gonna switch it around. But yeah, like it does look okay, in my opinion. At least it's better than no weapon form. And problem is that no guns will fit him, because this hand is just like an open hand, relaxed hand, and then this one is only big enough for a knife, so guns won't fit there unless you modify the gun or the hand. So yeah, that's basically what you could do for a knife. And I can't really sand the sides or anything, since I'm planning on switching it back when I display that figure or use that figure. There's also another way that you could do this. If you want to hide the handle, you could sort of do that. Oops. It's not actually that loose in the figure's hand, but I'm just not putting it in properly. But yeah, that sort of works better if you want to just show it from the side, but that's really all you can do. It doesn't look bad when it's like positioned like this. That actually looks pretty cool. And now articulation. I believe the articulation is pretty similar on both of them, but I will show both. I won't just show one, since like there is a small difference. So Batman's got his ball hinged head. That's it looking up. That's not too well executed, but whatever. Down, that's it looking down. So basically he can nod is what he can do. And it goes 360 swivel. And then we've got the shoulder joints, which go up to about this much. They are hindered, but that's understandable. He doesn't do anything that would want you to make them go higher anyways. And then we've got the bicep swivel, and then single joint. I don't like the single joints on these Movie Masters. I really wish that was a double joint, but it wouldn't really work because of the padded armor, I guess. And swivel wrists. The wrists really need to be hinged, especially for Joker. Then we've got the ab crunch here, which is okay, but it works better going back. I don't know why you want him to go back. Then there's a swivel, and then goes up about this much. His legs, the joints are pretty loose actually in this pack, which is sort of good since if you take them out of the box like me and like mess around, then you don't have to worry about ruining the tight joints. Then they move to the side as well. This one's, no, there we go. So it moves about that much to the side. So the legs are actually decent in terms of posability, but just everything else, that's not great. But I bought it mainly for like the design and having them on the shelf and stuff like that, and having the actual figure rather than purchasing something more expensive and putting it on the shelf. So, because the detail is fine, it's just the articulation. And then there's a single joint in the knee, which is sort of, that's not really great, since like there's so much more room that can be covered, so that's a bad articulation point. And it also does swivel here, goes 360. And then the foot is a hinge just up and down, no swivel or rocker ankles, which is a missed opportunity definitely for a Batman figure. Now for the Joker, they decided to give him less articulation, I suppose, since like he doesn't really do action sequences, but he sort of does. And Mafex is actually coming out with their own, which will probably rival this, since this is like one of the only 6-inch Dark Knight Jokers. So we'll see how that goes when it comes out. And ball jointed head on this one looks up about that much. Same with Batman. It's awkward, the head. This is basically him looking straight, but it sort of looks really weird. It doesn't look well. So what I like to do is I just make it look down. That's what he usually does anyway. Like sort of just looks up with his eyes. Looks creepier and better. And then they didn't give him any ab crunch. That's fine, but the problem is no bicep swivel. That's the problem. I have a problem with that. And then they've got the single joint that doesn't move up very far. It's sort of tight. Then just this needed a hinge for sure. It just has a swivel. And then this is the same as Batman's. I believe it has the same range of motion. Mine's stuck. And it almost got warped there. And then they do move out, but you can't really do anything with the trench coat. And then swivels are just like Batman's. And about the same range of motion here as Batman's, because I believe that is the same knee joint or sculpt used anyway. Like not the same sculpt, but the same like engineering type thing that they did. Like the way they engineered the articulation point. And this goes down as well, the foot. I think that's it. Unless mine's just tight, but no, that's it. I think so. Okay, yeah, but that's it. And he does have the shoulder joint here, but I don't know if I mentioned that. But yeah, like the figure itself is pretty awesome representation. It's just the articulation is not so great. But for $20, I actually got this, so that's not bad. Rather than the other inflated prices on eBay, such as $60 for this set. That's probably not going to cut it. So if you want these, then get them, but don't pay too much. So yeah, that's my review. Please subscribe if you want to see more, and like the video if you liked it, and share it if you know anybody that would be interested. Thanks.